We have returned for a Thursday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley because it's Thursday, 15th day of February 2024. I am Dan Kuntz, your host. It is snowing lightly here in the Wenatchee Valley. How much snow you have outside depends on where you live elevation-wise. Some locations in our viewing area has a pretty good group of snow, 3-4 inches. Elsewhere, like here on the valley floor outside of our studios, we have less than an inch. It is 28 degrees, pretty much how the National Weather Service predicted. Going to be pretty chilly today, though. We're just going to barely get to the freezing mark. For the afternoon high, 32, 33 is usually our overnight low, not our afternoon high. So we got that cold Arctic air promise, but the snow will be tapering off, and it'll be probably gone Johnson by mid to late afternoon. And then we have a gradual warming trend. Your forecast details are coming up. We have the latest numbers from the Douglas County Auditor's Office for the Eastmont School Bond. It inched a little closer to that 60% supermajority. The latest number dump was yesterday afternoon. We'll have that in news and other important stories to keep you in the loop. The Wenatchee Wild's 5-game losing streak done. They went to Seattle, well, to Kent actually, and they kind of laid it right on. The Thunderbirds, nice 7-4 victory. We'll have highlights of that, and we'll preview the basketball tonight. A lot of it, including our crew will be at Eastmont High School. They'll take on the Sunnyside Grizzlies in a loser-out game in Columbia Basin Big 9 District 6 4A basketball, boys basketball. We'll have that for you tonight at 6 o'clock on our Facebook page. It'll be on at 7 o'clock on television. Hockey Fights Cancer is tomorrow night at the Town Toyota Center. The Wenatchee Wild will host the Everett Silvertips. This is one of the two really big events that the Wild put on each year. It's in conjunction and partnership with Confluence Health. One of them is Guns and Hoses, which sells out, and the other one is Hockey Fights Cancer tomorrow night, and that almost always sells out as well. David Rayfield, the promotions guy for the Wenatchee Wild, will be joining me, and so will Pat Vetter. Pat Vetter is a part of the Ease Cancer Foundation. They're going to be one of the beneficiaries tomorrow night for Hockey Fights Cancer, and it's Thursday. Wilson the dog needs a forever home. We'll visit with Wilson when we get to pause for pets. Let's do our tour around the valley. It is snowy, it is cloudy, it is gray, it is foggy, and that's all we can show you from our Wenatchee Heights camera. No reports of any significant accidents at all. There are some slick travel conditions across the region, but nothing too bad. The passes are getting a pretty good dose of snow, but it's not coming down real bad. We're going to get dry, by the way, by the time we get to the weekend, and then maybe some light precipitation in the early part of next week. The #1 Canyon camera looks something like this on the far western side of the Wenatchee Valley. As you can see, they got a little bit more snow up there. It's all about elevation. Pretty dramatic change, and with just 400 or 500 feet in elevation could be the difference between 2 inches of snow and almost no snow at all. Because of the clouds and the fog, the Arundel Rock camera comes in handy because we can at least see something like Turtle Rock off in the distance and Lake Antioch. So the Wenatchee Valley is way back there. Trust me, we haven't gone anywhere. You just can't see it. But the Hay Canyon camera might look pretty cool. Well, there you go. Yesterday, of course, at this time, it was in color, but it just isn't enough ambient light for that lens to change from, I guess it is kind of color now. By the way, we are really seeing some dramatic differences in the amount of daylight. We're gaining 3 minutes of daylight a day. Sunrise is about now, 7:06, sunset tonight, 5:24. That's 10 hours and 17 minutes of daylight. Yesterday we had 10 hours and 14 minutes of daylight. The day before that we had 10 hours and 11 minutes of daylight. So we're really starting to gain on the daylight side of the equation, and we like that. Here's a quick slide from the National Weather Service. Talk about snow totals. It's a little bit more than they were anticipating. They were thinking an inch tops here in the Wenatchee Valley. Now we could get a couple of inches anyway. Possible. We're not done with the snow yet. We have a winter weather advisory, which is a kind of a minor thing, but the snow should be done by about noon or so. How much snow actually melts will depend entirely on how warm it's going to get. And how warm is it going to get from the National Weather Service? Again, snow tapers off about noonish or so, then we're done with it. We're only going to get up to right around freezing, 31 or 32. We're at 28 right now, so we're not going to see a great deal of a temperature variation. So it is chilly. Even though it's the middle of February, that's cold for this time of the year. Mostly cloudy but dry tonight, 23 for the overnight low. Sunshine returns on Friday. Will be about 5 or 6 degrees warmer with a high of 36, 26 for the overnight low on Friday night. Into the weekend we go. Lots of clouds on Saturday. Again, a little bit warmer, slight chance of some light rain, just a little bit. A light drizzle possible Saturday. high of 38 into the weekend. We wrap up the weekend Sunday with an increasing chance of some kind of precipitation late Sunday afternoon as a weak disturbance rolls through. We'll top off at 43. Lots of clouds on Monday, Tuesday with even a warmer trend. Sun will be back. We'll be pushing 50 by Wednesday. So you can see we're going to start climbing that temperature ladder with today being the coldest day in the forecast period. Not a lot of sunshine, however, for the next 7 days. At your forecast, the news is next on the agenda, and by golly, we use Robert's Rules of Orders around here. We don't really. The news is next. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
There's no place like home, because home is where we're totally comfortable. It's where we can be ourselves and let our guards down. It's where we make memories, and we're always imagining new ways to keep it totally comfortable. Carrier, total comfort, totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air.
Come see how very different you will feel in your Bullfrog Spa.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right, all year round. Right now, bring home select VX and L Series tractors for 0 down, 0% APR for 72 months. Contact your Kubota dealer for details.
Most of us are in touch with the internet in one way or another all day long. A fast, secure connection matters. It keeps us entertained, informed, and in touch. Localtel cares about your connection. We know strong, reliable internet with your choice of speed makes life better. If you need fast, reliable internet, or maybe an upgrade, or you just have questions, connect with us by visiting localtel.com or call 509-888-8888 today.
There are a few spittles of snow out there, 28 degrees. We're only going to get up to about the freezing mark today. Snow will be tapering off, though, and will eventually melt away, and then a gradual warming trend with very little sunshine as we go over the next 3 or 4 days. It's 8 minutes after the hour. Here are the updated ballot counts that show that the Eastmont school bond is now 0.6% away from the 60% supermajority that it needs in order to pass. These are the newest results. 59.42% yes. In fact, the vote totals are 4,268 yes, 2,915 no votes. That number is up a little bit from election night results. Remember, on election night, it was at 58.83%. Now it's at 59.42%. The next ballot dump tomorrow at 1 o'clock. The Douglas County Auditor's Office says there's about 800 ballots left to be counted, but of course not all of those ballots consist of voters within the confines of the Eastmont School District. We shall see. The 90-day period before the Wenatchee School Board can make a final decision on the closure of Columbia Elementary School has now begun. Columbia parents and staff returned to the district office on Tuesday night to share their thoughts with the school board during their regular meeting. Everybody who spoke against closing the school. On Monday, district officials presented their written analysis to the board that explained what the district would look like with consolidated elementary schools. The 90-day period includes 2 public hearings. They're going to be held at Wenatchee High School, one on March 21st, the other on April 18th. The board is scheduled to make their final decision on May 14th. That's exactly 1 month before summer vacation begins. A Waterville medical provider who surrendered his license 4 years ago is in legal trouble. He's charged with sexually assaulting 3 of his female patients. On Tuesday, the office of Washington Attorney General Bob Ferguson charged 72-year-old Eldon Lineweber in Douglas County Superior Court with 2 counts of second-degree rape, 1 count of third-degree rape, and 1 count of indecent liberties. State prosecutors say Lineweber, who worked as a physician's assistant, fondled and sexually assaulted 3 female patients in his care between 2012 and 2019 and offered narcotics in exchange for their compliance. Now, he's already pled guilty to lying to the FBI in a federal investigation into alleged fraud and overprescription of narcotics. He's serving probation. The Attorney General's office says the rape allegations arose through the investigation I just referred to. Lineweber must make his first appearance in court on March 4th. There are 4 confirmed cases of pertussis linked to a school outbreak. It's been confirmed now by the Chelan-Douglas Health District. Pertussis is also known as whooping cough. It's an easily spreadable illness. It begins with cold-like symptoms and develops into a bad cough. Whooping cough is spread through large respiratory droplets, and the most effective measure against infection is vaccination. The health district did not identify which school the outbreak was linked to, but representatives from both the Wenatchee and Eastmont school districts say they have not been notified of any whooping cough cases. The health district says they are continuing their investigation and working with school officials, local health care providers, and the Washington State Department of Health to respond to the outbreak. A rent stabilization bill cleared the Washington State House of Representatives on Tuesday that offers a 7% yearly cap on rent increases. The Democratic proposal also limits late fees that can be charged by landlords and prohibits the rent from going up after 1 year of signing a lease and moving in. The bill passed the Senate on a straight party line vote, 54-43. House Republicans say the bill would only make rent increases inevitable and could tighten the state's housing supply. All legislators in the 7th, 12th, and 13th district voted against the measure. State Representative Keith Gaynor won a victory in the House earlier this week. It's a bill to help pay for backcountry rescues. It passed the House unanimously. Gaynor's bill would create a grant program to help fund search and rescue teams. A lot of those are volunteer organizations. Groups like the Chelan County Mountain Rescue, they saw a record number of calls for help last year from hikers and climbers who got hurt or disoriented in the remote backcountry. The bill now goes to the state Senate. And the Chelan County Public Works folks are a little upset. They took to Facebook yesterday to share some pictures of people doing that, dumping in an area alongside Winesap Road in Manson. Tires, sofas, abandoned. They just toss them down the hillside and drive away. The site is going to be cleaned up over the next couple of days. Chelan County Public Works is encouraging anybody who sees somebody illegally dumping junk to report it. You can do it online. And of course, they also need the details, such as, where is it, the type of vehicle that you saw, and what items were dumped. Solid waste items, of course, can be appropriately disposed of in Wenatchee, Chelan, or the Dryden transfer stations. That's the news at 13 minutes after the hour. If you are interested in what's going on around here in the Wenatchee Valley, North Central Washington, you're invited to watch the news at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 10 o'clock. The NCW Life Evening News, 5, 6, and 10. It's also up and running on our website, ncwlife.com, right around 5 o'clock, on our Facebook page, right around 5 o'clock, on our YouTube page, right around 5 o'clock. Download our app if you haven't done so already. There's the QR code. And don't forget, if you have a news tip, you get a hold of us. The best way to go about doing it, shoot us an email, news@ncwlife.com. The Wenatchee Wild's 5-game losing streak is over in a big way. Lots of goals last night in Kent. Highlights are next. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
Now there are even more reasons to meet at the Pybus Market. Outdoor dining and tastings, the fabulous farmers market, Saturday artisans on the concourse, and your favorites all week long. No matter the reason, it's always time to meet at the Pybus Market. Pybus Market, where community meets.
Are you hungry enough to eat the end out of a rhinoceros? I know how you feel. Come on out to Blueberry Hills. You'll have a great time. We've got excellent food, a feet on the furniture kind of experience, and we won't hustle you out of your table. If you want a real farm experience, make the trek to Manson to Blueberry Hills, where you sit, you pick, you eat, and you visit. So come on out and see what all the fuss is about. Blueberry Hills in Manson. It's where the world is coming to.
"16 minutes after the hour, Graham Sword, a couple of goals, 3 assists. We like that because Graham plays for us. Wenatchee beats Seattle in Kent last night. The final was 7-4. They snapped their 5-game losing streak. Austin Drade with the call on the Wenatchee Wild Hockey Network.
Corner, Kuntz out to the point for Fluker. Sword weaves his way through, gets a wrist shot and scores! Graham Sword weaving his way through a couple of bodies at the face-off circle, and the Wenatchee Wild are on the board first. It's 1-0 early. Graham Sword not content to wait as he picks up his 12th goal to the near corner. Cycled across, Prasovsky weaving through, looking for a forehand chance. He scores. Carter Prasovsky with a rip to the top half, and another one for the Wild. Another one for the Wild Blue Liners specifically. Time of the goal, 14:33. Another one for the Wild. It is Carter Prasovsky. It is 2-0. Circle, back for Sword. At the point, threads that one through, they put it home and score! Sword had the initial shot. I know it hit somebody in front. I want to think it was Briley Wood. Hugs and hand pounds all around. Briley Wood, would you believe it? 3-2. Wild on the Dicks hitting an air conditioning power play. Briley Wood with the towards center ice, shoving off contact to Sherbina. Cooper over the line, sliding shot block, sends it in front. Wild tap it in, they score. A sharp angle play to the net. A lot of bodies coming towards Scott Ratzlaff, and this one is in. Another one for the Wild to make it 4-2. Cooper looking for Jonas Wu in front of the net. Another defenseman, another. Moore still looking for that first point of the night, and I think he just got it fired in right off the face-off. Don't blink, you'll miss it. And this time it's Rogers Bukarts. Another one for the Wild makes it 5-3. Far point for Sword. Friesen set up in front of the net. Wristed on, tipped through, he scores! It is Friesen! Off the bottom of his stick, it bounces just into the net, and Evan Friesen has a point in 14 straight. He's got a goal in 6 in a row. Another one for the Wild, it's 6-4. Time of the goal. Stick, but able to find Braden Holberton. Prasovsky across. A blast from the left wing, and Graham Sword does it again. A smash from Sword, and another one for the Wild. Time of the goal, 8:53 of the third period. It's 7-4 with 4 of those goals coming from Wenatchee Blue Liners. Looking to make a final statement tonight. Rolled in Frazier, down to 2, down to 1. Time is up as Frazier takes one extra push at the horn.
The Wild return home tomorrow night for the Everett Silver Tips. It is Hockey Fights Cancer Night. We'll have more on that, by the way, in the back half of this program. To the men's college basketball schedule tonight, Gonzaga is in California taking on Loyola Marymount. That'll be a 6 o'clock tip-off on the CBS Sports Network. On the Pac-12 Network, it is Cal in Pullman to take on the Cougars. Cougars are playing good basketball, 7 o'clock tonight. And on ESPN, it's Stanford at Washington. They'll tip off at 6 o'clock. And can't forget about the Eastern men, by the way, leading the Big Sky. They're playing good basketball. The Eagles are. They welcome Idaho State. You can watch that on ESPN+. I can't. I don't have it. As far as the ladies are concerned, number 17 Gonzaga, the winners of 18 straight games. try to make it 19 in a row. They're also in California to take on St. Mary's. That's at 4:30 on ESPN+. All right, to the girls' high school basketball scores. The Ellensburg Lady Bulldogs have now won 72 games in a row. The defending state 2A champions. Prosser took them to overtime, and then Ellensburg pulls away with a 64-55 victory. So Ellensburg moves on to the state tournament. And on the other side of the bracket, Ephrata's season comes to an end. Sela knocked off the Lady Tigers 62-53. There is basketball tonight at the Wenatchee High School Gymnasium. It's the District 6 1B district tournament. To go to state, it's Waterville-Mansfield taking on Pateros. They'll do that at 5:45 in the big gym. Again, the winner of that game moves on to state. In the other gym, at the same time, it's Antioch and Soap Lake in a loser-out game. All right, boys high school basketball. We will be at the Eastmont High School Gymnasium tonight. It'll be streaming live on our Facebook page, by the way. At 6 o'clock, it'll be on television on a tape delay basis. At 7 o'clock, it's Sunnyside at Eastmont in a loser-out game. At the same time, down in Yakima, it's West Valley and Davis in a winner-to-state game. As far as the District 6 1B, again at Wenatchee High School, it'll be Moses Lake Christian against Soap Lake at 7:30 in the big gym. The winner of that game moves on to state. In the other gym, it'll be Riverside Christian against Waterville-Mansfield at 7:30 in a loser-out contest. And we can't forget about the Kraken. They wrap up their 4-game East Coast trip. They are in Boston to take on the team with the best record in hockey. They got the Bruins, and they'll drop the puck at 4 o'clock, and you can watch that on Root Sports Northwest. And those are just some of the games that people are playing at 22 minutes after the hour. If you live in Singapore, today is Total Defense Day. Total Defense Day in Singapore. It's also World Hippo Day. We're going to celebrate World Hippo Day today. These are impressive animals. Second largest land animal, only behind the elephant. The hippopotamus are. They're massive. A full-grown male hippopotamus weighs 2 tons. And they're very lean. They don't have any fat. They're just big. They're also fast. They can run 20 miles an hour if need be. They have an incredible bite force, 3 times out of a lion. They also kill about 500 people every year in their native habitat because they are completely unpredictable. Hippos can turn on you like that. They're semi-aquatic. They spend most of the day in shallow lakes and streams to stay cool. Then when it starts to get dark, they go out and eat. And they can hold their breath for a long time. They can't actually swim, but they can hold their breath for like 5 minutes at a time. That's impressive. Wild hippos, provided that we don't kill them, live on average in the wild of about 40 years. But yeah, it's still, they've had a decline, about 20% decline over the past decade for the same reasons you might imagine. Habitat is going away and poaching. But we live our friends, the hippos. They are impressive. I've seen hippos in the zoo. They're very popular at zoos, but I don't think I want to run into one that didn't have a cage around it. Happy Hippopotamus Day today because it was on the internet. It's 23 minutes after the hour. Today in history. Remember the Maine? To hell with Spain. The battleship, the USS Maine, exploded on this date in 1898 in Havana Harbor in Cuba. There were 354 men on board the ship. About 274 were killed, and they blamed Spain. They said, you torpedoed the Maine, you blew it up. Well, they didn't. The Maine just blew up, and it was full of explosives, things that will blow up. But, you know, we haven't been in a war for a while, and people were itching, hey, you know, it's the United States. Aren't we supposed to be fighting somebody all the time? Let's see. Spain. Let's go to war with Spain. We don't like Spain. So we went to war with Spain over this incident, which Spain really had nothing to do with. Eventually, with the Spanish-American War, got going because of this incident, even though, yeah, we need a war. 91 years ago today, Giuseppe Zangara was really mad about what, I don't know. I never did figure that one out. But Giuseppe decided, I'm so mad I'm going to try and kill the president-elect of the United States. FDR had been elected, but he hadn't been sworn in yet. That wouldn't happen for a couple more weeks. FDR was in Miami making a political appearance. He was in a motorcade. Alongside him, the mayor of Chicago, Anton Cermak. He emptied his revolver like 6 shots. He missed Roosevelt entirely, but he hit Anton Cermak, the mayor of Chicago, who died a month later, lingered and then died. But they tried to kill FDR after he was elected, but before he took office. Imagine what would have happened if Giuseppe Zangara was successful. That was on this date, 1933. And here is the flag of, up until this date in 1965. You want to take a quick guess? What's that the flag of? That's the flag of Canada. That's the Canadian flag until February 15th, 1965, when they said this better. And quite frankly, it is better. The new red and white maple leaf sign, one of the most recognizable flags anywhere in the world. This was officially adopted as the flag of Canada, retiring the old flag. And that happened this date only 59 years ago, 1965. We've always associated the Canadian flag with that. I didn't even know they had another flag before the maple leaf. We try to be educational as well as entertaining around here. We often fail. It's 26 minutes after the hour. Heavenly birthday, two of them. Galileo Galilei, the Italian astronomer and physicist and mathematician who had the nerve to tell the Catholic Church that Copernicus was right, that the Earth rotates on its own axis at a slight tilt, and that's what we have days, and the Earth and all the other planets rotate around the sun, and the sun is the center of the universe. Copernicus came up with that idea, and Galileo Galilei said, he's right, and the Catholic Church says, he's wrong and you're wrong, and they got so mad at Galileo Galilei that they arrested him, and he had to spend the rest of his life in house arrest. Did they ever apologize to him? I don't know. I'm not a theologian. I don't know. So yeah, the Romans and the Catholics said, no, the Earth is the center of the universe. Copernicus was wrong. Galileo Galilei said Copernicus was right, and he paid for that by being thrown in jail. They don't do that anymore. The very first female American citizen to find her way onto a coin. Kind of a no-brainer there. Susan B. Anthony was born in the state in 1820. In the initial women's suffrage movement, of course, she was arrested for voting before the 19th Amendment came on board, a bunch of other stuff. But by the time she died in 1906, she was an internationally known celebrity. Susan B. Anthony, born in the state in 1920. And the guy who created The Simpsons, Matt Groening, is 70 years old today. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. For heat and air, call Alpine Air. Thanks for signing up and being a platinum sponsor of the NCW Life channel. And also our associated sponsors, Pool to Spa Services. I could sure use a hot tub. Pool to Spa Services on Worthen, not far from the Pybus Public Market. Pay them a visit. They're good folks there. And the professionals at Prestige Senior Living at Colonial Vista. Still to come, we're talking about Hockey Fights Cancer. It's tomorrow night at the Town Toyota Center. It's a big night for the Wenatchee Wild. David Rayfield and Pat Vetter will be joining me. Also, Mike Magnotti has an opinion. You don't like Facebook? Don't use it. Simple enough, but Wilson the dog needs a forever home. From our friends at the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society, it's Paws for Pets.
This is Wilson. Wilson is our pet of the week. He is 2 years old, bit of a mix of breeds, golden retriever, maybe some German shepherd in there. And as you can see, Wilson is a lover boy. He loves attention, he loves being patted, and he's also an athlete. This dog could go for a 10-mile run with you and then come home and want to go for a walk around the block as well. So he's extremely sweet, extremely loving, good with other dogs. He came in with another dog, so we know that he has good dog manners, and he really is looking for a forever home that will, enjoy being outside with him and getting exercise. He's very athletic, so he will need to be, given that chance to run and to play. And if you want to meet Wilson, he is part of our Be My Valentine promotion right now. He's $25 because he's over 30 pounds. We're doing that because bigger dogs often have a harder time finding a home and they end up staying longer at the shelter. So Be My Valentine, come find Wilson, give him a place in your heart and he will fill it up, $25. Wilson came in with another dog a couple of weeks ago, so he is definitely ready to go out to a new home. He's very sniff oriented. He'll sniff everything and investigate everything. I have duck treats with me today, and he seems to be completely unmotivated by those, so it's not duck. It might be another treat, but it's not duck. He is learning his commands. As you can see, he's a real sweet dog, so easy to put a leash on, eager to get out, but he does need some work on sit and come and stay. But this dog wants to please, so given some time, he will become an absolutely perfect companion. So if you want to meet Wilson, if you want to make him your Valentine, we're open Thursdays through Tuesdays from 11 to 6.
Give them a call at 509-662-9577 or visit their website at wenatcheehumane.org.
Boswell's. Take 10% off our extensive collection of stressless recliners and sofas, or get $400 off stressless Max and Mike recliners in luxurious Paloma leather, or classic power base recliners in any cover. Plus, get 10% off the new Stressless Sky customizable luxury mattress. Shop Boswell's, 2915 Easy Street in Wenatchee.
How do you think like an entrepreneur?
I have had it in mind starting my own business. This is all really good to know right now. I am currently making a vision board. I am talking about my well-being, my personal finances, and habits that I would like to work on and to improve myself to be a better entrepreneur.
When Mike leaves town, it's a little scary. You never know who might be outside. But we feel safer inside knowing our home is being monitored by a local company. I can check our alarm from just about anywhere, so when we get home, I know it's safe.
Protect your family and save money with a local company. Switch your current security monitoring to Guardian Services from LocalTel. Call Guardian Security from LocalTel now, or visit localtel.net to learn more.
The new Hummer EV is everything you want in an all-electric vehicle. It's powerful, reliable, comfortable, and will take you anywhere you want to go, on-road or off. Why buy one of those lesser EVs when you can have one that uses them for traction? Order your Hummer pickup or SUV today from Sangster Motors, batteries included.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
Hey, this is Mike Mad Dog Magnotti, and everybody is entitled to my opinion. Now, I just read a Facebook post from somebody I like and admire, always have. But the poster recounted a totally disagreeable contact with a local politician of a certain party. This poster then posted, and I quote, "This is why I think people of that party are callous and insensitive. It's because their leadership at both local and national levels, they act callous and insensitive too." Now what is it when you categorize all members of a group by behavior of some of the members of the group? What is that called? What do we call that? And why is it okay to condemn prejudice in others but justify it in oneself? This is Mike Mad Dog Magnotti, and that's my opinion.
Hi folks, welcome to Save Mart. How can we help you today?
We're looking for a recliner.
Okay, right this way. Go ahead and move this chase on the other side. You can lift this up time warranty.
Great, I want that one. I like that one.
That's a great choice.
And I want this one as well.
Okay.
and I definitely want this one.
Ooh.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
The Lake Chelan Chamber of Commerce presents Wonders of Wooden Avenue.
As Chelan's premier lifestyle store, Willow, find unique home decor, clothing, jewelry, and more. Come visit for a welcoming and memorable shopping experience.
Lake Chelan Sports is the place to find top brands like Hoka, Ons, Patagonia, and now a full line of Warrior products. With excellent customer service, Lake Chelan Sports has what you need.
Wonders of Wooden Avenue, North Central Washington's premier shopping district.
Your home runs on hot water. From the kitchen, to the bath, to the laundry. So Rheem offers a wide variety of water heaters from traditional models to ones smart enough to tell you how much hot water is available. On second thought, perhaps the laundry can wait.
Since 1932, Camp Seneca, nestled on the beautiful shores of Lake Wenatchee, has provided children grades 1 through 12 with the ideal location for kids to learn new skills, have fun, and make friends while creating memories that will last a lifetime. Camp Seneca's rustic log cabins and their staff serve to provide each group a unique summer camp experience. Register for Camp Seneca today, www.campfirencw.org.
Let Mary Maid's custom cleaning experts help you clean up your to-do list. Between work, kids, and pets, it's hard to find time to keep up. Let Mary Maids of Wenatchee help. Mary Maid's cleaning experts can help keep your home or business fresh, neat, and exactly how you'd clean it, if only you had the time. Call now for a free estimate, 509-663-1710. Serving Chelan and Douglas counties, Mary Maids, let us help.
Hockey fights cancer this Friday night. Final score, hockey 7, cancer 1. That's my hope anyway. David Rayfield handles all the marketing and communications here with the Wenatchee Wild. He's the guy you see out there in the rink between periods doing the voodoo that he does so well. How are you, David?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me on.
The great bearded one. Real quickly before we go any further, I love that hat. Where can I get me one of those?
Thank you. Yeah, our merch store has a lot of cool new hats in, sweatshirts, you know, different colors this year that we try to mix it up, and fans really seem to be enjoying it.
All kinds of good merchandise, including game-worn jerseys for special nights, including Friday night.
Yeah,
right?
Speaking of special nights, that's really the big fundraiser of Hockey Fights Cancer Night is those game-worn specialty jerseys. They're real cool this year. We've kind of released a sneak peek on our social media, and as you mentioned, we have the silent and live auctions after the game, but something else we implemented this year is we'll be sending $10 you can get into a raffle. So we'll be selling 100 tickets just to make it more affordable for everybody and give them a shot at getting one of these really cool jerseys. So, and that'll help a jersey go for $1,000. Hopefully we sell those tickets, and it's a donation to Ease. So
that's a great idea, because some people, they really want a jersey. They've been collecting them for years. Every year they do a new jersey, but sometimes it can get, especially for some of the more popular players, it can get a tad pricey.
Yeah, those live auctions, I think we had one go for $5,000 last, our Guns and Hoses night and our Brave Warrior night. Another one went for $35,000. So yeah, those get expensive quick, and we're trying to find a way to make it affordable for everyone, but yet still raise good funds for our beneficiary.
When you and your friends, the front office, yourself, Gretchen, and a few of the other people get together, decide about what kind of jersey we're going to do, the color scheme, that must be a challenge because you want to keep it new and exciting each year. How do you go about doing that?
Yeah, so that is a challenge, as we're not the only team doing specialty jerseys. So it's like, are we accidentally copying someone else? Are we doing something new that's fun enough that it's not turning it to an ugly jersey that people will still want to buy? So we try to keep them simple enough that people will wear these jerseys to any game. It's not so over the top. It's like a SpongeBob jersey that you only get to wear once a year. We want people wearing these jerseys to every game they attend. So I'm real excited for the one this year. It is pink, but we also represent with all the ribbons around our crest of the different types of cancer. So we're real excited to have Hockey Fight Cancer be a total umbrella of supporting all types of cancer.
And that's a big change from the old pink at the rink, which we all remember. People would go out and
and paint the rink pink, literally, with special messages from those who are either fighting cancer or lost a battle to cancer. But you realize you're only getting half your potential audience, and half the people, everybody's been affected by cancer one way or the other. Why limit yourself? Let's take it all the way.
Yeah, 100%. That was never our intention, calling it Pink in the Rink. It sounded good from a marketing standpoint. You know, a lot of their teams call it that, but like you said, you just want to include everybody and let them know, hey, we're not just trying to do breast cancer. We're trying to support foundations that support everyone going through cancer. So I think we really hit that with the Hockey Fights Cancer. I believe that's what the NHL does. So yeah, it's real nice. And as far as painting the ice, there's just not enough ice time. You know, we have so many academy teams, which is a great problem to have here at the center with the ice being used that much. That means the venue's being used.
Hockey Fights Cancer, again, is Friday night. It's not just the auction. There's all kinds of things going on, and all of it is all to benefit folks who are out there fighting cancer, and they're making progress. We're not throwing money down the well or money down the toilet. They're making progress on cancer.
Yeah, and I think what we're really trying to drive home on nights like this, it's not just about the research, it's about the recovery process after people defeat cancer and living their lives after something they went through like that. You know, it takes a toll on your body, not the surgeries, everything you go through, the time, the money to go to your appointments, the hotel room. So
the mental fatigue,
yeah,
the support that you
so
need.
I think that's really the avenue we're trying to focus on with partnering with Ease and help them raise funds to support our local community going through that.
So if people just buy a ticket for Friday night, are they right there contributing to the cause, or is there more they can do?
There is fundraising tickets, like through the hospital, through our office. We have certain links that will donate a section of the proceeds back to Ease, and then of course there'll be Chuck-a-Puck that night, and they'll be accepting donations as well if you don't want to throw your shoulder out trying to win a prize.
And you got Confluence Health on board this all the way, right?
Yes, Confluence Health is a great supporter of this. It's going to be a real fun night as we're giving away 2,000 bracelets, I believe, that'll light up music, and you can donate actually directly through the QR code on the bracelets. So there's a lot of ways to donate to this great foundation, and we're excited to support them and be supported by Confluence.
Hockey Fights Cancer, again, is this Friday night. Get your ticket, get together with your friends and get a buttload of tickets. And we're going to talk to somebody who's a part of the Hockey Fights Cancer organization. When we come back, you watch Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
Imagine a science project being done on the kitchen table. Feel the excitement on Christmas morning as the kids race down the stairs to form memories that cannot be erased. Listen for the laughter coming from the next room. Put your family in a new home to make these visions become reality with Coldwell Banker Cascade. Use the Move meter entering 2 cities and see how a potential move scores based on the cost of living and other factors. Make your dream place a reality with Coldwell Banker Cascade today.
Around here, Jack Frost nips more than just your nose. That's why people here drive Honda. Dependable all-wheel drive with traction control, with heated steering wheel and seats to keep Jack Frost off your seat, which will make it very happy. And since it's no fun to fill up in this weather, isn't it cool that Honda is known for legendary fuel efficiency? Great deals are here now, and so is Mr. Frost. So see your Inland Northwest Honda dealer today. Honda can handle it.
Hockey Fights Cancer, you just heard from David Rayfield. Now you get to hear from Pat, who has a little more expertise in why we're all going to gather here. Well, hopefully we'll all be gathering here on Friday night to kick a little cancer butt. Pat, introduce yourself to our television family.
Okay. My name is Pat Vetter. I'm a member of EASE, which stands for Exercise and Survivorship Education. It's a foundation that was created by its originator, Katie Kemble. She's one of our oncology providers at Confluence Health. She created this in, I think, 2007, 2008 with some friends of hers with the idea of improving the wellness, health, and quality of life of cancer survivors as they go through their from diagnosis of having cancer all the way
This
to
is
the
a
end of
local
life.
organization.
Yes, it is.
With
It's
local
solely
ties and local people.
Local and nonprofit.
There
yes.
are any number of advantages to that, right? I mean, you're not answerable to a board of directors back in Milwaukee or someplace.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah. What inspired her to do this, and how did you get on board?
Well, Katie...
I know you worked in oncology at Confluence, but talk about how Katie launched this back in 07.
Well, I think Katie's background was a little bit like mine. We were both sort of outdoorsy type of people. And but she became a nurse. Then she became a nurse practitioner and got into oncology. And as she went through her time through the medical profession, she realized that we were having more cancer survivors as the years went on. And those people needed more than just, okay, you know, you've got your diagnosis, you've got your treatment, things are done. You know, they need a better quality of life. They're surviving longer. They have family members. They have, you know, relatives, friends, things like that. Everybody's been touched by cancer. And the point of ease is to help everybody, whether it be the cancer survivor themselves, their family member, their friends, you know, have a better quality of life, better quality of life in the sense of just a more holistic approach to how they deal with their life after their diagnosis.
We talked about this with David just a second ago. When we contribute to any number of good causes, including hopefully your cause, we're not just pissing money down the drain. We're making progress. You talked about people are living longer. Their cancer is being diagnosed earlier. The treatments have improved. It ain't the death sentence that it was even 20 years ago, is it?
No, it's not. They've had years ago when I was a pharmacist working with HIV/AIDS patients, that was like, AIDS used to be a death sentence, like, you know, 6 months you'd be dead, something like that. Then they came out with a bunch of new drugs, and now HIV or AIDS is a chronic condition. Basically, people can live a normal life relatively. And cancer has, in the last 10 or 12 years, cancer has sort of been revolutionized by a whole bunch of the new medications. And people that at one point had like a lung cancer diagnosis that was almost like a total death knell they're now alive years later because of new techniques, new drugs, you know, just more survivorship education like what we're doing with EASE.
Katie's organization must be doing well because you're still here.
Yes.
It wasn't those that just kind of had a natural shelf life and petered away. That's good news too.
Yeah, it's a dedicated group. The board of directors is a dedicated group of people, from Katie, who's the nurse practitioner. Tim Burnham is he's a professor at Central Washington University, does a lot with exercise. We have people that help with quality of life issues. We have people that talk about the side effects of cancer chemotherapy or just cancer therapy like months to years later and so on. We have nutritionists on this board. We have artists and musicians and things like that to make it a totally holistic experience.
Why hasn't this gone on to other communities and locations? I mean, if you're doing such great work, have you been getting phone calls from other people or Katie?
Oh, actually, there's other communities throughout the United States that do these other kind of exercise and survivorship education groups that do that. I would say it's been a trend in probably over the last 20 years. But EASE is Wenatchee and the North Central Washington's. Basically, that's our purview.
How do people land on your radar? I mean, is it through their oncologist? So you're diagnosed, we're going to do this, this, and this, and then I want you to get a hold of these people because they're going to help you on the next step. Is that how that works?
The way most people hear about EASE, obviously, because they come in for, and they have a cancer diagnosis. And then, you know, like with that, just a diagnosis for the patient is hard enough, but also for the patient's family. I mean, it's really scary. Everything changes. You have to change your lifestyle. You know, go to get lab draws. You know, go to a lot of your doctor visits, so on and so forth. And so what the deal is with this is it helps everybody sort of learn a better way of dealing with that, and it helps them all.
How do we help? I mean, speaking of help, how do our viewers help?
How do we help with EASE? Well, you know, Friday night is Hockey Fights Cancer Night, or the Wild Fights Cancer Night. This, I think, is the third year. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's the third year, I think, since EASE has been the beneficiary of this Hockey Fights Cancer Night. And just come down and watch the game. We have the Chuck-a-Pucks, as usual. That's always popular. We're going to be... they have the specialty jersey auction at the end, and I'm not sure if we're going to have a raffle or not, but anything you can do, you know, will help out. And it's a nonprofit. EASE is a nonprofit organization. Everything is going back into this community to help EASE create more programs for the people in
what
this
if you
area.
just need general help? What if you say, you know, I give a damn. I don't have a great skill set, but I want to help you out in any way I can. How do they get involved with you folks outside of Friday night in Hockey Fights
outside
Cancer?
of Friday night?
Just out of curiosity.
Well, actually, I'll give you a name, okay? A woman named Connie Bales, and I don't know that I ever personally met her, but I think she was a cancer survivor, and she was so impressed with the help that she got from her oncologists and the team, her cancer team, that she now once a year she actually does like an auction. She like has like a huge garage sale, so to speak. And that woman has done a great job for getting money for us. Anything anybody would want to do, you know, you can always contribute as a volunteer. You know, you can always, stuff like that Connie did. I think they're going to have a Connie Bales scholarship now to help people come to, you know, the meeting that we normally have, the big meeting we normally have is in October, and that's like Journey to Wellness is the usual name of that. It's a 2 or 3 day meeting where people come in, get together, they listen to all different types of oncologists, nutritionists, you know, artists, musicians, and so on. And so usually we've held that at the Sun Mountain Lodge. Most recently we had it at Icicle, the Sleeping Lady, and that costs a little bit for the person to come to be a part of that. And with the Connie Bales, we're going to have a scholarship so we can get some people to come in.
Well, let's kick a little butt on Friday night, and thanks for spending some time out of your busy day to do that. What's going to take to, last question, we'll cut you loose, what's going to take to drive you guys out of business?
To drive us out of the business?
Yeah.
Or just if we could destroy cancer. I don't know if we'll ever be able to do that, but I don't think you're going to be driving us out of the business. The Ease is doing great, and we're really thankful for all the support we get from the Wenatchee Wild.
Yep, the Wenatchee Wild, it's easier to say no than it is to say yes. And for every year they've ever been in existence, they've been a part of this fight. Before, of course, it was Pink at the Rink. Now it's Hockey Fight Cancer. It's this Friday night at the Town Toyota Center. Kick a little butt. We'll see you tomorrow night, all right?
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back.
The Clearwater Saloon and Casino has the best Vegas-style games in East Wenatchee. Come enjoy yourself and discover the nightly action. Win big and meet new friends at the Clearwater Saloon and Casino.
So, how's Evan?
Well, he's all grown up now, but I worry about him.
So many dangers in the world. COVID, the environment, the opioid epidemic.
Yeah, I hear opioid misuse is on the rise.
I don't even know how to start a conversation with him.
This might help. GetTheFactsRx.com. There's a whole section on how to talk about opioids with your family.
Offer support, not judgment. Cool.
Talk to your family about the dangers of opioids. Visit GetTheFactsRx.com.
At Collins Fashions, personal service is our trademark. Our stylists love to assist our customers with great fashion choices like Tommy Bahama, Karen Kane, Tribal, Nick and Zoe, Habitat, Liverpool, Brighton handbags and jewelry, and many more. Whether you're going on a great vacation, hitting the beach at Lake Chelan, or the mother of the bride and groom, we want you to love what you wear. Collins Fashions in downtown Wenatchee, your personal shoppers.
At Confluence Health, our mission is clear: to provide exceptional care for our community. We believe in healthcare that's personal and local because we're just like you, members of this great community.
We are Confluence.
Local care by and for our community.
Local care by and for our community.
Local care by and for our community.
We are Confluence.
Again, get those tickets for tomorrow night's Hockey Fights Cancer. Go to WenatcheeWildHockey.com, drop by their ticket office, and we were very happy to be a part of that for the Hockey Fights Cancer game. And let's beat Everett on top of that. We have a little time if you signed up yesterday on Winning Wednesday for that $50 gift card to the Crepe House. at the Victorian Village on South Mission. It's time to do the drawing. A lot of people want to win $50 worth of crepes, and why not? Sounds good to me. So these are all the entries, and we got a lot of them. We take each of the email addresses, we slice them up into little pieces of paper. Well, Alicia does, I don't do that. Let me mix it up one more time, and I'll grab one right over here in the corner. And the winner of the $50 gift card from the Crepe House for Winning Wednesday is Ilgerflern Gonstenfing. Must not be a local. Oh, it's upside down again. Ron! All right. Hey, Ron. Good. I like it when a regular viewer gets to win these. Ron hasn't won anything in a long time, I don't think. Ron, I'll get a hold of you, buddy. You'll get an email from me and enjoy your $50 worth of crepes. Don't eat them all yourself. Take some friends with you, as $50 worth of crepes at the Crepe House is a lot of crepes. We have some time. Let's take another tour around the Wenatchee Valley in north central Washington with our cameras around the valley. I don't know if Uriah has mixed them up or not, and by golly, he has. That is not the camera that we used at the start of the show. I'm going to have to guess here. Maybe the monitor camera? That's jump off ridge. Well, I'm an idiot. Of course it's jump off ridge. Now that I look at it, with the orchard sitting there, not really doing much of anything. Jump off ridge, overlooking the Stamil Basin. Okay, well, cool. I don't mind you doing this on me, Uriah. Camera number 2. Ooh, okay, I see mountains. I see clouds. I see more mountains. I see snow. I'm going to guess Tucson, Arizona. It's not Tucson? What are we looking at here, Uriah? He says, yes, that is actually Tucson, Arizona. I was just down there. That's the Mississippi River, he tells me. Thank you. Everyone's a comedian. Wait a minute, that's the Waterville camera. It's got to be the water. Now I see that that's the Columbia River down there. Okay, Mississippi River. Camera number 3. Everyone's a comic around here. That's Lake Wenatchee. I can tell you can make out barely through the clouds and the fog, the Cadler Glen Golf Resort, and of course, ski. And you can see the lake, and you can't quite make out Dirty Face Mountain, but that's our camera up in the Lake Wenatchee area. Of course, golfing at Cadler Glen, not an option right now. And our 4th camera, it's up to Lake Chelan we go. I want to say, okay, well, that's got to be the Lower Butte camera, I'm guessing. Looking over the south shore of Lake, looking over to the north shore of Lake Chelan, and you can see the bathtub is low. It's that time of the year with the low bathtub. So good morning to Lake Chelan. Looks like they're done with the snow up there. And a lot of it, there was some snow this morning. It is all but tapered off. I had a chance to step outside here just a few minutes ago. We didn't get hardly any down here in the Wenatchee Valley, at least on the valley floor down by the Columbia River. Other locations, as you climb higher and higher up in elevation, got more snow. Some locations in our viewing area got about 3 or 4 inches of snow. Made for some gloppy side streets, but it will be melting away. In fact, let's take a look at the snow total one more time. There was a little bit more snow than they were expecting overnight last night into today. Now, we'll be done with the snow altogether in our entire viewing area by about noon or so. We're not going to warm up a great deal. Mountain passes, not too bad. Really, they were expecting 5 to 6 inches of snow. They got slightly less than that, a little bit more in the Columbia Basin. The upper part of our viewing area, up in the Omak-Okanagan area, they weren't supposed to get any snow, and it turns out they got a little bit as well. But we're about done with it from the National Weather Service in detail. Here is your forecast. Things are going to start drying out as the day progresses, but we're not going to get real warm. Keep in mind now, our normal overnight low is about 28 or 29, and that's going to be right around where our afternoon high is going to be, right around the freezing mark. So it is going to be chilly. It is that cold air that came in. It's not wet cold air. It's kind of dryish cold air, but it was wet enough for us to get the snow. So about 31, 32 for the afternoon high today. Clouds hanging around tonight, 23 for the overnight low. Going to see some sunshine on Friday. Don't get used to it. It's not going to hang around a little long. We're going to hop up to about 36 degrees, which is still below normal. Our normal high this time of the year is 42, 26 for the overnight low on Friday night with a few clouds rolling in. Saturday, pretty quiet. Just clouds, slight chance of some light rain. We'll be in the upper 30s for the afternoon high, 30 for the overnight low on Saturday night. Snow level is going to be at about 1,000 feet, but nothing's going to happen as far as precipitation is concerned. And then Sunday, Chance of a little bit of light snow in the early morning hours as the weak system rolls in, and we'll top off at 43. And we will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
An incredible wildlife reign. That's me, Elizabeth, and today my friends Jennifer Veal and Bryant Wood join me in India's first planned city.
Hello.
People playing croquet. We'll start our journey with an unforgettable trip to the Amber Fort.
Definitely some good memories and laughs in this one. Yeah.
Then see firsthand how the Maharaja lived.
I can't believe you can actually stay in a Maharaja's palace.
Then we're off to summon the monkeys.
We have more.
Wow.
More friends.
And shop like the locals.
I got the blue. Pretty, right?
This is India like you've never seen it before. And we can't wait to show it to you. So if you're ready to monkey around, let's do it.
Oh no, that is the cutest thing I've ever seen.
Don't go away because we're playing with monkeys.
Yes, we are.
Should we
Well, make sure to come back. We're playing with monkeys.
Welcome to Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World from Jaipur.